No Matter Social Club, Ask the Club returns. We ask you for your questions on Twitter, and here are some of the best of them. Actually, this is probably all of them, to be fair. First question, and I guess Flav will point this your way. Are Spurs serious title contenders?
Yeah.
Absolutely, well done. Great. Anyone else care to agree or disagree?
We
Oh, no, yeah, for fuck's sake, Flav. Fucking talk about Spurs all fucking time.
That's true, though.
On one of those out-of-date podcasts.
One of the things that fucked me off, right, was when Spurs beat Chelsea, everyone was like, fucking, Spurs have done the Premier League a favour. We ain't done you lot a favour. We've done us a favour.
Yeah.
Now we're going to go and fucking win this league.
I just want you to finish above Arsenal.
Oh, mate. That's
because Robbie missus needs that kitchen. She fucking needs it. And she wants a B-day as well. She's heard about them and she wants a B-day. And the only way it's going to happen is if you finish above them.
What's a B-day?
There's something they have down south to wipe their asses with. I don't know.
Really, in a realistic sense, we are kind of a couple of really quality players away from actually probably challenging for the league in any real sense. You know, there's a couple of players that we could potentially upgrade upon if we spent a lot of money. But you're talking about, we're at Spurs are at a difficult situation where we've got very good players, but to get us to the next level is going to cost an absolute fortune.
And you can't compete with those clubs to get those players.
You know what you need,
exactly,
don't you?
Yeah.
You need that sweet NFL money.
Yeah, well,
that's what you
coming.
need.
That's what's coming. If you look at the top four, they've all got world-class players that Spurs probably don't have.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
The Spurs thing for me, and like I said this on an earlier video, it feels like it's everyone's year. And it was I had a really strong feeling that Spurs were going to beat Chelsea last week. Like I felt it was there for the taking.
Water.
It was in the water.
Did you feel it in your water?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but yeah, go ahead.
No, it's what my nan used to say. That's what my nan used to say.
I think that was...
I think she died of a kidney infection, so maybe she should have had that checked up. Maybe she should have had that checked up.
She was dropping hints for a while. To be fair, if only they'd listened to her,
Thatcher's Britain,
she'd still be here.
Spurs are doing really well. It burns when I wake.
Yeah, I can feel it in my water, doctor. And he went, oh, that's probably because it's Everton Jade or something. I don't know.
But yeah, I genuinely had that feeling of watching Spurs. You see it all around, you think, wow, that could be that moment. Because, and I've said this before, you've got an amazing defence. You've gone through your sticky period when Harry Kane's not been there. You started to score goals again. You started to win games. And the Chelsea thing's just like we took what boxes ticked in the season. That was a big win for you psychologically as much as anything else. So I think Spurs are 100%.
Can I just say one thing? Right? If you ever get to interview Harry Kane, can you ask him to say sticky period? Because I would love to hear Harry Kane say sticky period with his big tongue. That would be amazing. It would be like,
if I get the opportunity,
sticky tongue
to speak,
just ask him. I think that would go viral. Harry Kane saying sticky period would go viral.
To be uploaded on Robbie's channel.
It would set. It would.
He needs that kitchen.
That feels more like a true Geordie.
It would set your podcast up for life, wouldn't it? You know what I mean?
True, yeah.
I don't think he's going to.
I've already thought about that.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Jamie Pond Road. Who's the best tactician for game management English football has seen? Now, limited options. This appears to be a 50-50 of Rafa or Mourinho. There's probably better over the years, maybe, but face says it all.
It's just the fact that it just gets broken down to two people.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a lot of really good.
Why name some better tacticians for game management English football scene?
Fergie.
Yeah, there's probably that fella who won loads and loads of trophies for like loads and loads.
Arsene Wenger.
No, not him. He can't even fucking tactically put up a coat.
He's willing to adapt. It's about adapting. How good a manager is at adapting, and that's just changing.
To be fair,
way through the game.
To be fair, the Rafa shout for me. I love the bones of Rafa Benitez. I thought he was.
Does he still bring a sub on every game in the 50th minute?
Oh, it's quite the opposite. 15 minutes.
15
it's
minutes
quite
to
the
go.
opposite. It's like pulling a fucking tooth out, getting a bloody sub on.
I thought he used to bring a sub on like 50 minutes, no matter what, at Liverpool.
Now, we never get a sub before like 74 minutes. Yeah, like, it doesn't matter what the score is, what's happening.
Yeah, you got to keep the people.
You got to wait until the last sort of 16 minutes.
He's doing well though, isn't he? Benitez.
I mean, we're in the top 2 at the minute, so it's just annoying because I just can see now, without John Joe Shelby there in the team, we're miles away from being Premier League.
And I thought my life was bad. Honest to God.
John Joe Shelby,
himself.
Everything rests on John Joe Shelby. Basically.
Wow.
If we lose him for the season, if he gets a major injury, and we don't bring any more players in January,
I'll tell you what, he literally is just one more night out from being out for the rest of the season.
I'm telling you. it's one of the worst things about being in the Championship is when you realise John Joe Shelby's the best player in the Championship. That's when, and by a country mile. And the second worst thing about being in the Championship is having to watch Channel 5 every week.
To be fair though, Adam Johnson did get out today, so there's a potential signing there. Do you know what I mean?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
No.
He's not on FIFA anymore, is he?
Adam Johnson's been released from jail.
Yeah, today.
Anyway,
But he doesn't want to fucking walk near where I live. I know that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
just if we had to pick between Rafa or Mourinho,
Rafa.
Mourinho, because Rafa is a Newcastle manager, and obviously I hate Newcastle.
I'd say Mourinho.
it's probably is Mourinho just because he's delivered at a very, very high level. But BENITEZ for personal.
You basically
preferences.
said that like it was some kind of it had to be one of those two people.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a competition.
That was it. Was Tommy Barboa, dark horse picks for the FA Cup. I normally go with Everton, if I'm perfectly honest.
It's not Everton, is it?
No, it's definitely not Everton. I can tell you 100% that's not going to be Everton this year. Flav, dark horse picks? I genuinely can't remember who's in anymore.
Yeah, I think
Someone in the top 6, please.
Yeah,
Knock that UEFA place down.
Did Bournemouth go out?
Yeah, they got beat by Millwall 2-0.
Yeah.
It's good to show someone pays attention, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fucking, do you know what I mean? Who gives a fuck about the FA Cup anymore?
Yeah, that'll do for me.
I can see the anger in
What do
his
you reckon,
face.
Nancy, though? Newcastle, you go to a replay, dark horses for it?
Mate, when you can't beat Birmingham, you're not winning the FA Cup. It's fact.
Right. George Kyle.
Gianfranco Zola, man. Couldn't beat Zola.
Yeah. To Geordie, which member of Ball Street is your favourite? Also, who is your least favourite?
Cheers.
Great podcast.
I don't really know them that well yet.
Thanks for
so
watching.
I'm still sort of evaluating things. But I'll tweet that out later once I've made my mind up. Once I'm not here anymore.
Eric Bolden at Koi Fruitane 35. Will BENITEZ make Newcastle into a top 6 EPL club within the next few years?
No, I would just
I think you shouldn't have answered that question simply by the fact that they said EPL.
Yeah.
English Premier League. You can't say BPL anymore, can you?
We shouldn't
Just
say
say
either,
Premier League
just say
then.
Premier League, yeah.
But it's 140 characters. You've got to save space somehow, haven't you?
It's not my problem. It's his problem.
It is his problem. But sorry, Eric.
I see a lot of people saying Premiership still.
Yeah.
That went out a long time ago.
See, I'm down with Premiership. I like open
that's because you
fruits
own a
and fucking
retro channel.
marathons.
Yeah, you like that too.
Not into the mat. Amongst the things that I like that are unusual.
You like that, yeah?
Including hanging out with knobheads every Monday. Thoughts on the hashtag versus Palmer's match and the aftermath on Twitter was the second, or simply Smev or Spenner, which I presume is Spencer. There's no real decision for you, is there?
It's like blood's thicker than water, innit? Simple as. Spencer's me, mate.
By blood.
We cut ourselves once and then shook hands. Sort of one of them.
I kind of think that he got the raw end of that deal.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I love a bit of Twitter beef every now and again.
Who was
I've
the
got a
other
few-
team? Sorry.
Palmer's FC.
Palmer's,
Who were they?
basically there was I don't know the full story, so there was a charity match and Palmer's are the actual Sunday League team and hashtag are a made up side, and so the argument was always Palmer's would win because they're the real team and they lost.
Ultimately, as I say, I love a good bit of Twitter for you. That's why I genuinely stay active on Twitter. And there's a few key follows that I have throughout the Twitter sphere of people who are every week to get into.
Name them.
There's a guy called Andy Heaton who is on a
Anfield
Liverpool
Rap,
podcast,
yeah.
and he loves a bit of needle. He's great, and he's so entertaining as a result. What about you?
The thing is though, like
No,
how
mate,
often
I'm
does
on
it
you.
actually
Follow
like
me, yeah.
face to face happen though?
Follow Flav.
follow
Do you
me.
like it? Do you like putting a bit of beef?
Yeah,
out
like,
there?
I think it adds a bit of spice to it. Otherwise, it's just 22 geezers playing football.
There's one bloke who said a few things about us who I've never responded to, and it was about 2 years ago he said a couple of things, and I just thought one day I'm going to see you little and when I do, it's not going to be pretty for him.
You've
mate.
remembered it. You know his name.
I know everything about this. I swear to God, when I see him,
He's gotta say-
he's
got
not
the
even going to
skills.
know.
What did he
He's
say?
not even going to know what's up because I'm going to go up to him with a smile.
What did he say, Geordie?
Oh, he just said a few things about us, but I thought I'm just going to have you little.
They're always eggs who have a go at me.
Yeah.
So I don't know who they are. They're just eggs. So
missing
then you
eggs.
know the shit.
Yeah.
You can't be bothered putting a picture of yourself on Twitter. Then you've got, what else would you be there for apart from the vanity?
I get on with most people really. I don't really have any problems. with anyone. I've met all the shit talkers and I'll get on with the lads.
Yeah, I'm going to have a big problem with Flav if he fucking cleans all those players off that table there when he puts his feet on the ground. Well, I say I'm going to have a problem. Tom's going to have to pick them up. That's fine. Okay. Just what Bahraini Gunek, the day he's been waiting for. True Geordie arrives at the club. Well done, mate. There you go. Made the man's day. Made the man's day.
Nice
After travelling all over Europe, where do you think, who are the most passionate and loud fans that you experienced on your travels?
Yeah, on my travels, probably Dortmund. They were the best ones. Like, they were fucking mental.
You went to Dortmund last year.
Incredible,
It was really good.
You
like,
did too.
I didn't go actually to Dortmand, but they came to Anfield and we're up at Liverpool and the Dortmund fans up for a co-awards for the best.
It was the
fans or whatever.
the loudest experience of my life inside a football match.
Well, I actually asked them afterwards. I was like, that was really good atmosphere. That they were like, nah, it was pretty bland this week. Like, and I was like,
Fuck me, yeah.
They were like, I was about a 7 out of 10. I was like, fuck, it's pretty fucking good for a 7.
You should come and watch a third round FA Cup game.
It was a 1-1 draw, so, but they were like, Scheißen! Like, they were pretty angry about it and all that. So. It was good.
Amazing. Ped, you've been on the constant, watched a few footy games. Anything you've experienced that's been good?
Paris Saint-Germain, before they got the money, was quite good.
Yeah.
It was quite raw, and the bit I was sitting in, someone got shot not long after.
Amazing.
So it was like the times before they were taking over, they had that corporate thing, but I've done like Nuremberg and I've done after the trials, and I did Wolfsburg as well. So they were
German fans.
German fans
just
are
generally
excellent,
good. Even the away, the Wolfsburg fans were brilliant as well. There was about 700 of them. They were making loads of noise. Like.
I went to the return leg when Dortmund came to Tottenham, and as much I've got massive respect for Dortmund, everyone does, but when I looked at what they were doing with the flags and the fucking choreographed stuff, and I was looking at it, I was like, as great it is, as loud as you will, this isn't really what we do in England.
But I went to Holland versus France game.
This isn't what we do.
And it was the same. It was
Not welcome.
artificial, but it generated an amazing atmosphere.
I mean,
So
their biggest flag had a guy smoking a spliff on it, and I'm like, fucking, do you know what I mean? Sort your lives out. You're not 8 years old. A cannabis leaf isn't cool. You're grown-ups.
That's absolutely true.
Like they were singing so much, they scored a goal, and there was absolutely no rise in volume. So the best thing about football for me is the minute you get that relief, like that goal, Dele Alli's first goal against Chelsea. I was just celebrating. It didn't matter if I weren't singing the whole game because that moment I got to experience.
Yeah. One last question, and I'll come to Ped on this. NUFC_J17
my mate on Twitter
says,
loves a bit of it.
Are Newcastle a big club?
But they are in Newcastle.
Well, they're the only club. It's good to be the biggest club in your own city. I think that's a good thing. You know, Everton can't say that, can they?
Well,
So
no, they are
in the shadow.
They are till they get to South Shields, and then it all goes downhill.
Nah.
Quite literally, goes downhill from there.
The whole country, if you travel down, it's good.
I've had with this kid. I put a picture up of the Mersey, and he went, "It's not as good as the Tyne." I said, "Well, yeah, there's no bodies in the fucking Mersey for a start." So he loves a bit, but no, Newcastle is what it is. I did say on my last video that, to be fair, remember in the 90s when Newcastle were going for the league and kept on showing that old man
I remember
in the
it,
crowd, and I said that's gonna be me though. When in about 20 years time, that's gonna be me. There he is. There's the last person who remembers Everton winning something.
Yeah.
So that'll be me as well. So yeah,
I've never seen us win anything.
Newcastle are. I don't know what are they a big?
I guess, in my opinion, when you look at the big clubs in England,
I like Newcastle, by the way.
I reckon we're in the top 10 in England.
I would say in terms of size and support.
If you look at support, and all right, we're in the north and all that. We haven't got loads of money, but we've got quite a bit of money. I think season ticket wise, we've got more season ticket holders than Chelsea, and they're top of the league. We're not even in the league, so I mean that's got to mean something.
It's got to mean something.
But we've got a good support.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much every away game in the Championship's like a home game now.
Yeah.
Which is good.
No, I think that's the thing. It's always tough, isn't it, when you don't have that inter-city rivalry? Because I think where Newcastle falls down is that when you've got no one to keep it in check on a daily basis, like I've got these pricks, is that, and vice versa, is that you've only got your mates to talk. When you're just talking amongst your mates, you G yourselves up a lot. So I think there's a lot of that, like, you know.
I think
Echo chamber.
It's never really bothered me. Like, a lot of people get really wound up. Oh, Newcastle, a big club. I remember Paul Merson, a great pundit, obviously,
absolutely,
saying Aston Villa were a bigger club than us and things like that, and it was all like a big kick-off. But I don't really care. I just care for win games and we're in the Premier League. I'm sick of watching Channel 5. Do you know what I mean? That's all I care about at this point. Get in the Premier League. I remember Channel 5. I remember being in uni, and every time I go into a new house, I'd check if the telly had Channel 5. This is when you used to have to stick a coat hanger in your telly and get telly by.
Yeah. I used to just check if you could get the 10-minute preview.
Yeah, but I remember going, because
we're just different kind of people, mate.
I'd not had Channel 5 in any of my houses by that point. I got into third year and I turned it on and I had it, and it was like I dropped to my knees. It was like a fifth channel, because in my head I'd built it up to be this incredible quality entertainment channel. By that point, it didn't even have...
What the fuck were you doing in uni? What were you doing in uni?
Media, it was even worse.
No, I mean just generally.
Tony Hawk's 3. It didn't even have the Red Shoe Diaries on by this point, so it was horrendous. Anyway, so I understand your pain. Newcastle then, big club, let us know in the comments below, and thoughts any of the questions that we've asked as well. Keep questions coming in. We'll do another Ask the Club in due course. But click the Ball Street emblem, subscribe, yada yada yada. See you back for more videos.